It's the Pigeon Talk podcast with your hosts Yisroel Merkin and Suki Silver from the RCCS Hockey Classic.
All right, welcome to the inaugural Pigeon Talk RCCS Hockey podcast. So I'm very excited to be here.
Absolutely not. We're going to open ourselves up to ridicule. The chats are going to be flying with this. Can't hardly.
Yeah, I've been thinking about those T-shirts that the guys are going to make. I know it's happening. I know it's happening.
Don't get any ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is crazy. What year are we at now?
So this is our 7th campaign. It's going to be our 6th tournament.
This is going to be our 6th tournament that we actually did.
2020, as we all know, was canceled because of COVID.
That's not including the Florida and Chicago. That's crazy. I think it's my 4th year here. For all the new guys, and even for the old guys that don't know, how did this happen?
Wow. Okay. So, if we're talking before I got into RCCS, this was going back almost 7 years ago. I was working for a different organization, running a basketball tournament, and a very close friend of mine, Gabe Jacobson, lived down in Muncie, and he offered to help me on day of. The tournament was called Play for Partners. And the concept was give guys a great time, tap into their passion, give them swag, food, and let's see what happens. And when Gabe was helping me out, he's like, we got to do this for hockey. And I looked at him and I'm like, Jews don't play ice hockey, man. Like Russians do, Canadians.
This idea actually came up when you weren't working at RCCS.
Correct. I was not working for RCCS, and I was still working for that other organization. And, I said, why not kick the tires a little bit? And we started to do research. We even went so far, I think, even to go out to the different rinks to see what was available in the area.
What, Menin?
So the first year we did it by Menin, and we saw this as an amazing idea. It didn't work out for me at that other organization, but I moved on to RCCS.
The foundation was kind of being laid already when you were at another organization.
100%.
It was just an idea.
Just an idea. We reached out to people. And
how long did it take for you to realize that there actually is this family, or I guess this crazy pool of Jewish players?
It didn't take long, because the amazing thing about hockey is that it is such a close-knit community. So when I reached out to one guy, he connected me to another guy, and almost over.
Do you remember your first call? Who's your first player?
First player that I think I reached out to, that's a tough one. That is I don't
want to get you in trouble.
Yeah. I'm not going to go there. I do remember on the first committee, we had guys like Jeremy Nussbaum was on the first committee. David Markowitz was on the first committee. I think Mark Nussbaum was also Adi Lax, who right now takes care of the referees, on the first committee. It was amazing. It really, really was. And it was just how everything just came about so quickly. And
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So I don't know if you guys could hear the phone ringing, but it's RCCS, the phones don't stop.
Welcome to RCCS, yeah.
That's what it is. So Mary, if you had to do a welcome to the 2024, what do we have? What's going on? What's new?
What's new?
2024.
Well, first of all, I think growth and expansion. I think that's really what we're looking at. I mean, look, remember, year one, we had 12 teams. This year, we're looking at 26 teams.
That's crazy. How many divisions are we at?
So right now we're at 6 divisions. For this year, as the captains have wanted, no more names, we're just going to go numbers. So we're going Division 1 through 6.
So we're not going to do Northwest, Southeast.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, because I think we lost all the directions after 5. So the confusion is no more. We're doing 6 divisions. Division 3 is a new division this year.
Dropping, who's going up?
So it's revolving doors, right? So for Divisions 1 and 2, the teams actually are staying the same. Division 3, there's going to be the new division. So the Gators, who actually won, let's call it Division 3 last year, are going to move up to the new Division 3. And they're going to be joined by 3 new teams. Toronto Proud, led by Yehuda Zolti and Aaron Zoller. The Snippers from Baltimore, led by Shai Merowitz and Niv Fishbein, both who have played in the tournament before. And the 4th team is Team NYC, which is led by Tiny Rahanian. And Tiny's had teams before. He was actually one of the first captains to join all 7 years ago.
You know what's fascinating to me? It's so cool to see that as we go every year, and we have another tournament, or we go to Chicago, or we go to Florida, and wherever we are, the talent level gets so much more precise. And these divisions start expanding, right? We started with 2, I think, and now we're at 6 because the more people play, the more people realize, no, you're not a level 4, you're not level 3. We got to make a new division for you. I find that so cool.
It is cool. Very nerve-wracking, I got to be honest, like where you slot and where you can't, but at the same time, listen, I think we would be very, very, naive to think that hockey doesn't have something to do with it.
Yeah.
It says in the tournament.
We got to make like one of these websites with like a ranking system. Well, I know they have it for hockey talent.
Yeah, what do you mean? Elite prospects, right? That's what got it. Yeah,
RCCS.
Exactly. RCCS prospects. But I think it'll be very cool.
So let's talk a little bit about the podcast. What are we aiming to do here with the podcast?
I think it's really just to connect guys with what's going on in the tournament. I know guys love it. They love the tournament. They love the competition. They love the challenges. They love the fundraising. I hope they do. But it's really just connect them.
It's like a little more entertaining than an email.
Yeah, a little bit, and it just connects them with what's going on.
That's awesome. So before we get into details of exactly what's going on, just a little update for the tournament. I think this year we're going to 6 rinks, right?
We're going to 6. We're going to be utilizing 6 rinks. We're utilizing PNY. We're going to utilize that we did a couple years back, and Campus Arena. So we will have 6 rinks running throughout both days.
And we have 2 teams coming in from Toronto this year.
We have 2 teams from Toronto, and also the 4th new team. I would be remiss if I don't mention Ego's Defenders. It's a team that started by Michael Katz and Baruch Grossberger. So it's very exciting.
Awesome. So I know there's like a major challenge going on right now for a hockey game. Tell me a little about it. What do we expect?
So last year we had the launch event, which was awesome. We took out the Chambers Bridge. They did just Chase Bridge. Thank you. Chase Bridge suites out in out in MSG. Everyone came together. It was a lot of fun. And this year we thought we switch it up a bit. We're going out to USB Arena. We're going to take out section 118.
Down on the ice.
Yeah, down close to the ice. And for the Islanders Maple Leafs game. And really going to try to treat everybody.
Leafs should be a good game. We have a lot of Leaf fans,
Yeah, no, 100%, giving guys, food on their tickets.
Let's talk about that, because I don't know if everybody knows. Each ticket has preloaded money on it, right?
Correct.
So what are we talking? How much?
So we're talking like $60.
That's awesome. That can be used at the kosher stand. That can be used at any bars for beer. It could be used
whenever
at
the
workshop. Team gear.
Yep, team gear, whatever they want. Awesome. We're also giving out, special event swag. And that, guys, which was sponsored by Rockland Urgent Care. Thank you, Kitty Strauss.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also,
of course, jerseys are mandatory, right? Everybody's got
to wear their jersey. Of course. Got to show the RCCS probably will not be allowing any other jersey on the concourse. No, we're kidding. And also for that, after the game, a post photo op on the ice, post game photo op for everybody who was there. Awesome. Yeah.
And now I think we're running, if you hit your first 1,000, you can actually get a second ticket to someone that's not part of the tournament.
Correct.
It could be a son, it could be a brother, it could be a friend. For how much?
For another $500. So it's really at price. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
All right, let's talk a little bit about incentives. What's going on? What are we doing special this year?
So we're trying. Listen, it's always been about getting guys to raise early. Trying to get guys on board. So this year we actually have a special incentive. If you hit the 5K mark by January 15th. You can either get a $150 Pure Hockey gift card, and buy some swag on your own, or we're offering a Sony noise cancellation headphones.
Yeah, those are awesome. The Bluetooth, they connect to any device. That's really cool.
100%.
I think it's created for a TV, but I think it works awesome with PCs. That's great.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have the regular store, where guys are hitting certain levels, being able to get swag, different items, hockey gear, really just to listen. I'm sure everybody understands at this point how impactful their fundraising is. Right now, we have almost 5,200 patients worldwide.
That's great.
The budget's $23.4 million, and
that's every year. It's not from the start of RCCS.
No. That's what's going on right now. And just to illustrate, I think when we started the tournament, I think the budget was at $8 million.
That's crazy. What are we at now?
We're almost at 24.
That's amazing. I heard a crazy story that just happened with with somehow it was a patient from, I think, Montreal was out of town. You want to tell everybody that's...
Sure. I think it's a really, really powerful story. So we're running our Florida tournament, and there was a player there. His name is Elad El-Kubi. He was unable to play year one, broke his ankle, but he played year two. Unbeknownst to Elad, at the same time, his sister was diagnosed with lung cancer, stage 4. And the doctors had told her that just go home. She was living in Montreal. There's nothing we can do. And just, live out the rest of your months. And Karen is her name. She was like, I'm not ready to go. And so she searched it out, and she found a doctor out in New York who was willing to treat her. So the doctor says, yeah, come to New York. I'll treat you. And she says, how can I come to New York? I live in Canada. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't have insurance. I have nothing. And he said, call RCCS. Reach out to this organization.
So the doctor told the patient.
The doctor told the patient.
RCCS,
exactly.
They'll take care of him.
They'll take care of you. Reach out to this patient. We reached out to the organization, and RCCS was able, we flew her in, we were able to find her an apartment, able to really set her up. Now, what was crazy was, so later on, so Elad had already played in the tournament a few months afterwards, and Karen was telling him the story about this organization that helped me, and Elad's like, what's the organization? And she said, it's RCCS. And Elad told me he almost fainted. He was like, it's chilling. He's like, because when I was playing hockey, I thought I was just playing hockey, but I didn't realize that in the process I would possibly save my sister's life.
So he was skating 2 months before for his sister, and he had no idea.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah. So just before we end this segment, or I guess this podcast for the first time, let's talk. I know there's a little shake-up, a little change in the RCCS hockey, I guess, staff. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that a little.
Oh, let's talk about Suki. So besides leading an amazing podcast, so I think everyone should just say, great job, because I couldn't have done this. So thank you for leading the questions. Suki's actually
It's full team. We got a lot of people behind the scenes.
So this year,
Rabbi Steyer.
Daniel Nemchensky. So this year, because we are expanding almost to 500 players, believe it or not, I cannot connect with every single player. And the fact is, at RCCS, we believe that every player that signs up is really important and really is just our partner in what we're doing.
Of course.
So, Suki, you've done a masterful job in arranging the tech throughout the years. We're going to expand. The point, hopefully, is to expand your role to be able to connect with players, throughout the tournament, give them a sense of why they're skating for RCCS, what this event is all about. Because at the end of the day, the more players we're able to engage, the hope is that the more money we'll be able to raise. If
you get a message from me or a phone call, you understand why it is. Yeah. In addition to all the swag and everything.
Exactly, and then
what are we doing on the tech side? I think let's talk a little bit about the event itself. We pull off an incredible event, and it's a full team effort. And I think we brought someone else on now to director of logistics for the organization, specifically hockey and a lot of other events. But let's talk a little bit about Daniel.
So Daniel Nemchensky, he came on really to be, because again, this is not only one tournament; it's 3 tournaments. It is quite the 2-ton gorilla. So Daniel is going to be helping, and Daniel came on, I think, 6 weeks ago, and he's really just jumped in, part of the team, arranging this amazing setup for this podcast. So it's phenomenal. This, as you said before, this is not a one-person event. This is a team effort, and we really do have an amazing team in place to give the guys the best experience.
We're going to be putting, I think, Daniel's contact on the chats for everybody to save his number. Mm-hmm. I'll be taking care of swag and tech and incentives and challenges. Excuse me, a lot of stuff that normally I would take care of, or concierge. So everybody, it's a group effort. But we're excited. We expanded. We expanded the tournament. We expanded the staff. I think we're going to expand the event. This is going to be incredible this year. We got a lot of surprises coming up. I think it's going to be the best year yet.
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. All right. Till next time.
Later.